Hi everyone. Hey guys, can you hear me well? Okay. Hi everyone. Good afternoon. Good. It's quite a lot of people here. So thanks for joining. This will be a different session, just focus on the LBA2 Remake. We have actually online with me here Lupin, Adrian, and also Sendellx, which is Sarah. So welcome them as well. Hopefully.
Hi guys. Hello.
Hello. Thanks. Hopefully we'll be able to stream without any issues, and if not, please bear in mind that this is basically our first one, so hope everything will be just fine. So just to give a little bit of an intro, yeah, the project has been started quite a long time ago. I believe we started in 2016, Adrian, if not mistaken.
Yeah, I think it was that. Yeah.
Yeah, so 4 years ago. Wow, that's quite a lot. We even managed to meet together back then in Paris, which was really nice. And quite a lot of the games, of course, this is not an easy one, but a lot of the effort that has been done lately has been Adrian and also Sarah that is working pretty hard on a game. And a lot of the things that they're going to show today is basically their last developments, of course. So hopefully you guys enjoy. There's quite a lot to you guys to see. So I will try to keep, again, because we were all the three online with the voices, we will try to follow the chat as much as we can. And if you guys want to see something special, please let us know. Okay, so I'm just... Sarah, are you ready on your side?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so we're going to switch the stream to Sarah so she can walk through some of the new cool stuffs that we have to show.
Yeah, you can start, I guess.
Okay, let's go forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys are all familiar with the project, if you tried it before or not.
Okay, can you see it, everything?
Well, I can see you.
Okay, you can see me and you can see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. I'm making a with Zoe. Nice.
Yeah, I can see.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to start showing well, yeah, the improvements we've been doing regarding you know, the visual aspect of the game. Well, first, I'm not a programmer at all. I'm just an artist, and I'm just changing the layouts from the original game and replacing them by 3D assets, as you can see here. If I change the camera, you can see that they are complete 3D assets. And well, for doing this, I've been using a feature my Adri worked in it. So it's the layouts editor. This is what I've been using for changing the layouts. These are the original layouts, and what I've been doing is replacing them by new layouts in 3D.
What we call layouts are like objects you see in the isometric scenes of the game.
Yeah.
So basically like inside the buildings, Xesf objects that are made of 2D images,
Yes.
and there's like
This
bricks to build up objects, and a group of bricks is called the layout. So you can see here the list of layouts, and
yeah. So that's...
and we have like different libraries of layouts for the different parts of the game. Oh, sorry, I interrupted you.
No. Keep on it, because I'm lacking a bit of a technical speech. What I do is basically pick this and I try to transform them into 3D. So I've been working most of it right now in around the Citadel Island layouts. And well, if you're okay with it, I'm going to show how I usually do it for replacing layouts. So I pick one. I didn't. So, what are you going to say?
I was going to say this is what you're showing here for people who don't know this part of the project is the editor. We're making like a big editor which is meant to help people make well, we're using it for improving the graphics of the game, and we're hoping that in the future we can use that to make some mods.
Yes.
And well, anyway, we have different parts of the editor for different things like editing the islands and the characters and everything.
Yeah.
So what you're seeing here is the layouts editor. So that's for the isometric scenes. Well, that's the model editor.
Yes, I just changed it. Now that you were talking about editors.
But I'm just giving...
Yeah. Well, here you can see all the models in the game, the 3D models, all the characters. Well, this one doesn't have legs. And you have their animations here. And, well, their variants too. Like, you can pick Twinsen with a tunic, or with the sword, or wherever. And yeah, all of them are listed here. And, well, it's intended to be a step for modding in the future. But right now it's more like for visualizing, right?
Yeah.
So something else you want to add, or should I proceed?
No, I was just sorry, I was just giving some context about the editor,
course.
because
thank you.
I don't know who's familiar with it. And
yeah, I did. Okay, so I'm going to proceed to replace the layout. The layout I picked is this one from the museum. I don't know if any of you remember it. So what I basically do is I usually download the layout in isometrical view like this, and I put it in Blender and I try modeling it. So this is the one I already did. This is the 3D layout. And what I usually do is, like, this is how isometric layouts look like when I download them. So you can see it's a texture projected in isometrical view here. So basically what I try doing is matching these layouts as much as I can in 3D. So like this, more or less it looks similar. So what I do, I usually export them. Well, yeah, I usually export them. This is the format we are using right now, GLTF. And well, once I do that, I basically put that inside the game engine. So we go back, and I have already here. I basically click on replace the 3D model, and yeah, here's the one. So this is basically how it looks like. I can move it around just in case the orientation is not properly set. There are several layouts that are like these ones. they are the same ones, but with their rotation changes. So that's how I do it. I don't model its direction thanks to that feature. And well, that's basically it. All I have to do after setting it is applying my changes. I have to wait a little bit until the scene gets, well, how is it compiled or?
Well, yeah, you can say it compiles. Like it's building a version of all the isometric scenes that are using that layout, and so you can see it in it.
So now, if we go to the gameplay editor and we go to the museum, we can see it here. Ta-da! So this is basically what I've been doing like these past few months.
Maybe you can switch the camera to, well, I'm sure you were gonna do that anyway.
Yes, you know, I like to pose my models. So yeah, well, yeah, this is the free camera, just in case I didn't mention. We can basically see that it's all in full 3D at this point. There are some missing layouts and some small issues, but well, baby steps, right? So this is basically my workflow. And well, yeah, well, I basically, another thing I wanted to say is that we've been trying to, even if we are replacing all these layouts with 3D ones, we've been trying to keep the original game's overall look. For that, for example, I'm trying to use the palette that comes with the original game, which is here. By the way, this is the palette I'm using for the 3D models. Each time I want to put a material on the color, I use one of these colors. And also, for now, we are only working with basic colors. We are not actually putting the textures or wherever to the 3D models. So keeping it very basic for now.
We're trying to keep the original game's look and feel as much as possible. So we're working close with the color grades. I'm not sure how to call this, but you know, this palette of color that they used in the original game, we're trying to use that to keep similar colors and make it look like the original, but with a better resolution and new 3D models and new visual effects and stuff like that.
Yeah, and well, as you said earlier, all this is a feature that we are using for replacing the layouts, but in the future we expect to be able to let people mod anything they want and to be able to put their own models into their creations.
Yeah, that's kind of the long-term goal here. Yes. We want to make this a platform for creating new games, because making a remake is nice, but we want to play new games that look like LBA. Well, not look, but you know, feel the same as the original. Well, so that's kind of the goal here. So that's why we're making this editor here.
Mm-hmm. These editors, because there are 3 of them for now. 4 of them. Yeah, basically we have the model editor with which I already showed.
Wait a second. Freak is asking if there's any plan for a multiplayer version. Yeah, that's something I would like to do. it would be fun to have something like the old LBA.net server, and that wouldn't be too hard to do, but well, there's only so many things I can do, so
Yeah.
It's a question of focus, and right now it's not exactly my focus. Like, if I could work every day on this, I would make a multiplayer version soon, but well, at some point I think I want to do that, but that's not the focus right now.
Yeah, definitely the tools are there, so it will be definitely a little bit more straightforward.
But anyway, it's an open source, so if anyone has some programming experience and wants to try doing that, that's, it's up to you.
Yeah, create a PR.
Yeah. But yeah, that's something I'd like to see, so sometime in the future.
Well, yeah. So, who's next? Who wants to show the next tool?
That was fast.
Yeah, I suppose that's all for me.
Sorry, I didn't help too much, but I had a lot of issues actually trying to follow you guys on your stream, so I had to find a different way to follow you guys. That's why I didn't interject too much. But yeah, it's definitely a lot of work. Some questions though, if you don't mind. Roughly, how long it takes for you to create, for example, just one of the models, like a simple model.
A simple model, like
But
here, for example,
let's say the one that
we have a beautiful box that took me like 3 minutes. But for example, this radio here, it took me like 2 days. I can know, like maybe 6 hours of work, something like that. And other stuff like this barrel, for example, this barrel is like 1 hour or so. Well, it depends. I'm quite new to 3D modeling, so I'm using this project for actually learning. And as more time passes, I become faster too, and I learn, new techniques and the stuff. So, well, that's.
Yeah, Sarah has been learning to 3D modeling for like, I don't know, 6 months or maybe a bit more.
Since October past year.
October, so yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and I did it just for being able to give something to this project, because I'm terribly in love with this project, and I couldn't do anything else without being a programmer. And well, thanks to Adri's efforts that gave me these tools where I can replace layouts and stuff, then I said, well, okay, let's learn 3D. Why not? So at least I can be helpful somehow.
And the result looks awesome.
No, it does. So definitely when you can be a little bit more up to speed with the tools, and we can see already a lot of the effort, and there's quite a lot of things done already.
Mm-hmm. I'm doing this in my free time as you guys, so.
Yeah, I know we're gonna make it look better with code too. Like we're gonna make some baked lighting for those who know what it is. So it's gonna look like much more.
Definitely,
cool.
Definitely, the lighting is missing on this engine for quite a while.
Yeah,
that makes a difference. Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe asking the guys if they want to see any particular thing about this work or any model, play around a little bit more. No. Yeah, I'm not sure. The chat is pretty neat. So, Adrian, from your side, maybe Jew model.
they want to see outside area and Joe model. Maybe Sarah can show the Joe model in the character editor.
The character editor? The model editor?
Model editor, yeah.
What do you want to see?
They want
the Joe
model.
Joe model.
Joe.
Yeah. Sorry for the
Joe.
pronunciation.
No, it's okay. Here you have it.
I think we're gonna make some replacements for the character models at some point, but not in the near future, I suppose.
Yeah, well, I basically started learning how to model, so I will have to learn how to animate and stuff too. So yeah, that will take quite some time, probably.
Well, it looks like there's a bug in with Joe. No. I think I figured out what's wrong with his eyes. I can fix that. But...
Well, his eyes are like that. It's just the shading, right?
Yeah.
The light, which looks a bit weird.
Are they like that in the original? Oh, it's like it's supposed to be a flat white. I
well,
guess.
yes. Yeah, but that's the shading, right?
Sorry, guys, I'm still not seeing, so I cannot help.
Yeah. Well, you can see this is the model editor, and you can see all the animations in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course we hope that you guys in the community actually use those tools to even create new things, or even to help you guys on speed runs and so on, just to explore way more on the game.
This is called a model editor, but at this point it's just a model viewer. But it will become a model editor at some point.
Oh, we can see the wireframe. Right, I didn't show this.
Yeah.
I actually used this for making the Fan Frog statue in the cellar. Because I tried to do a small replica of it. Pharmacist. I really love the pharmacist. Well, there are some more issues, like this one's not showing the face.
Yeah, shading on this is definitely a tricky one. And the guys had some special rendering as well, because this was mainly software rendering back at the time. So they really had some different renderings that we really skipped, basically.
Yeah, it's really different. The way they made things at that time was really different from how it is now, and some stuff are very hard to emulate. But yeah, we're trying to find the right path between simulating what was done at the time and improving upon it while keeping the same look and feel.
I'm going to show Tabata because I like Tabata.
No. Looks like the hosting ended.
Oh.
Did it?
Yeah. Just like the 30 minutes limit or something.
What?
Okay, strange.
Frick was asking something, so how are we initially importing everything from the original models and then fixing? Okay, now we're hosting again.
But won't you be able to host Adri later?
No, it's okay. You're back live.
Okay, okay. There is nothing I can do then.
I think I had some issues with the connection here.
Yeah.
So what was the question? Sorry, I didn't.
So understand. How are we? Well, that's a question for me, I suppose, okay. And for Alex too. So how are we like originally importing everything. We're not exactly importing things, we're like reading the files from the original game directly. Like in code, we have some code that opens the original files and converts them to 3D models that can be displayed. But we're moving towards something that looks more like a conversion of the original format into something else. And well, yeah. Wait a moment, my daughter is coming here. She wants to say something, I suppose. Ouais, tu pourras revenir plus tard quand je serai, quand ce sera mon tour, parce que là c'est pas mon tour. C'est ça. Ok. Mais c'est pas moi qui est sur la caméra là. On me voit pas. Personne. Tu peux parler. C'est ce que tu veux.
Mais je veux dire bonjour Sama. Ça. Et comment on dit en...
Hi, my girl.
Hello.
Bonjour Sarah.
Hello, Sarah.
Hello.
Tu dis?
Hello Sarah.
Ça va bien?
Attends, mais c'est pas pratique, Margot.
Okay. Adrian, do you want me to host you instead?
Qui lui?
Oh, what's going on? Sorry, I didn't wear the headphone for the last few minutes, so I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, I was asking if you actually were ready for me to switch or not.
You want me to stream next?
Yes.
Yeah. Sure. Maybe. Yeah, why not?
Sure.
Well, give me a few minutes to start my stream.
That's fine. I think Sarah can entertain us with the models.
Yeah. Well, I kind of like this. I spend hours looking at these models and I don't know, exploring their forms and I don't know.
Yeah, it's really good. Actually, the animations, even after 20, 30 years, it still look pretty well.
Yeah. The models are so lovely.
Okay, I should be live now. I don't know if you can stream my...
Drunk and masculine.
Well, tell me when you start hosting me, okay?
Tell me when you're ready, and
I'm streaming now.
Okay, so I will change now. Okay. Okay, I'm hosting now, so hopefully everyone can see it.
All right. All right. So I don't know if everyone can see it, or maybe I should wait a few seconds before I start. I don't know what should I show first. I suppose I'll show the VR stuff. I don't know what.
Yeah, that would be great because then it's kind of in line with what Sarah did as well in terms of the 3D models, and we can see them a little bit better.
Yeah.
So that would be great.
All right. So let me set up that. Um, all right. I don't know.
By the way, Sarah, you need to share that background image.
Sure.
That's really cool.
Thank you.
I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here.
Yes.
The black screen now, so hopefully that will work.
Well, I can see it clearly.
All right. You should be able to see the room where I'm in. I'm gonna create a guardian.
I think I lost the host again. I don't know what's going on with this today.
You're hosting.
Yeah, because it says it can. I think okay. I think it's back online. Okay.
All right.
Great. And we can see you anyway, Adrian.
Yeah. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Can you see the screen, the browser screen? Because I'm in the I'm using an Oculus Quest here, and I'm using the built-in browser, web browser. So I have my bookmarks, and one of those bookmarks is the website of the project here. So if you own an Oculus Quest yourself, or any VR headset, well, you can just go to that URL in the browser, and you should be able to play this like uh, it's on right now. And well, you can do this with other headsets too. It should work with Oculus Rift and Oculus Go, and well, Valve Index, and well, basically every headset as long as you have a browser that supports VR. And well, for PCs, I suppose like it should work with Chrome and or Firefox. Um, but yeah, well, I made a lot of improvements to the VR support lately. It wasn't working well in the last version, but in this version it should work pretty much everywhere. But yeah, if you have issues with it, you can just shoot me a message and I'll investigate the issue. Well, I don't know how many people have VR headsets here, so
Yeah, most likely the controllers. It's one of the places that would potentially have some issues or
yeah, well,
key to the wrong buttons.
well, I did some tests. I can simulate the controllers of other headsets because now I have. Well, I'm gonna start playing. See, I'm in the menu now, and if you can see my controllers here, I have my actual models. But if you play this with a Valve Index, you will have the Valve Index controller models, and it goes with every headset. And well, I made some stuff to make it well, it should give you the proper mapping for the controls. And well, but I didn't test it on a real headset. Like I only own this Oculus Quest, so I can't test it on anything else. So you guys have to test it and tell me if it works. I'm gonna start in third person because there's the new first person mode. But I'm not gonna show that yet. Well, you can see the controls here with my, you can see my hand. I can do switch to the next behavior and previous behavior with these buttons here. script buttons. I can center the camera with the A button here, and here's the action button and behavior action. So if I'm in sporty mode, I will jump with this. And this is how I move here. Well, that's the current controls, but maybe I will change this in the future. We'll see. Let's start a new game. Here's the intro video. Maybe let me try to put some sound here. I'm not sure you will be able to hear anything. Can you hear it?
Yes, we can hear it a bit low, but...
Low? Okay.
Yeah.
Better than nothing?
Yeah.
It's very high volume for me, so I can't hear you very clearly with this on, but well, we'll try to make it work. Well, maybe I should skip that.
Yeah, but we can hear, yeah.
Twinson, rush to the downtown pharmacy and find a cure for Dinofly. He's just crashed in the garden and looks injured.
So you can see those beautiful 3D models that Sarah made. Well, if you have a VR headset, it will look better than what you can see now, I suppose. Well, here are the bonus. We didn't make the animation, the dropping animation for the bonuses, and they just appear in the middle in thin air. But yeah, they are here.
Yeah, I got lazy when I initially implemented that. When it came to the math and I was very drained already, I said, okay, another time. And I never went back to that.
Oh, so here we are outside. And I can press this button here, the A button, to like recenter the camera. And one thing that is new in this version is the rain and the lightning effects that weren't here before. But if you don't mind, I'm just gonna lower the volume a bit because I can't hear anything.
Yeah, it's fine.
So yeah, new in this version is the rain effect, which I can still improve it a bit, I think, because it doesn't look too good. I guess it looks a bit better than the original, but not too good yet. Well, I'll work on this some more, but that's a start. And for the lightning, I did something special that wasn't in the original. You actually see the lightning now. I don't know if you saw that. Oh. Let's fight that go.
Yeah, we could actually see the lightning. Yeah, I was waiting for my broadcast to to arrive at that stage.
There's more lightnings if you go up the cliffs here. It's actually quite dynamic. So like if it hits the places that are high in altitude more often than the lower places. So if you're in the downtown, the lightning won't hit as often as if you're here near the cliffs. Whoa, that one was close. Well, I don't know what I'm doing actually. I guess I'm gonna visit the museum. I want to visit the museum. Can you guys see clearly? Is the image quality okay or?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And frame rate, is it like this decent or?
It's
It
decent.
is decent.
I can't read the chat, so if anyone says anything,
yeah, we'll let you know. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. All right, let's. Oh, I missed that. All right. I mean, well, you can see that the desk model here hasn't been replaced by a 3D model yet, so it looks all distorted. Well, if you look at it from this angle, it looks okay, but if you look at it from a different angle, it will look distorted. Oh, no, wrong button. Let's open the door. Hey, portrait of Sendellx. There's something with the flower plants here. They're not in the right position in the original game. It's like floating in the middle of like above the table. But yeah, I see this sign here is distorted because it hasn't been replaced yet. Like what Sarah was showing earlier, it hasn't been done in the official server yet. So yeah. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna show you the teleport menu now. Because I have a nice teleport menu for going anywhere, for visiting any place in the game.
An awesome menu.
Well, you can't see it clearly in the streaming, but it looks like a miniature model of the island. So it's pretty nice to see that. Like those trees here are maybe the size of a dice or something like that. Well, it looks like my daughter is here. She wants to say hi. Alright. Bon, je continue à montrer le jeu, d'accord?
Et ça, c'est quoi?
Tu peux rester sur mes genoux si tu veux. Ça, c'est le... C'est pour aller sur une autre planète. Sorry, I'm doing this in French because she doesn't understand English. Yeah. So I'm gonna visit Zilish, but you can go anywhere in the game with this teleport menu. Let's try here. Well, there's a little problem that, well, Trinson doesn't have the spacesuit yet here, but well, we can visit the place. Well, if you can see, the stars are new in this version too. They were not here in the previous one. Oh, sorry, I exited that. So, well, I can visit various places, but I'm gonna try in first person this time because that's another new stuff in this version is the first person mod. Margot, tu peux me laisser s'il te plaît? Ouais, tu regardes ça et après tu me laisses tu me laisses montrer, d'accord? Tu vas voir papy? Ok, cool. So yeah, let's try this in first person. Celle-là? I don't know who I'm talking to here.
Keep going.
So here, it's the first person mode. Well,
I can say I can handle the first person model.
Yeah, well, be careful with this. Yeah, it makes some people sick. I'm totally immune to that sort of things, but yeah, it's not the case for everyone. Most people will get sick if they try to do what I'm doing here.
Yeah, definitely with that speed.
Well, at least maybe if you want to try this, maybe start in like normal mode first, and yeah, don't move. Just look around like this, and if you have to move, maybe in discrete mode, it's even slower, and see if it makes you feel dizzy or not. Well, I'm gonna enter this one here. If it works.
It's actually a question Igwan is asking. How does the aggressive mode looks in the first person?
Well, right now there's no difference. It just changes the speed at which I move. So that's just what happens, and that it sounds too. That's the aggressive mode sounds.
Yeah, but it would be nice to punch the enemies, right?
Yeah, well, currently it works like the original game. Like you have to press action to interact with objects and stuff like that. But in the future, the goal is to make it possible for like, let's try a new game. I'm gonna show you. In the future, for example, here you have to pick the key here. So maybe the key would be in that pot here, and you would grab the key with your hand and just take it, and then you would take it out of your inventory and put it in the door lock and stuff like that, like something that feels more natural for VR. So we're gonna be working on that at some point, but yeah, right now the way it works is like the original game. So you have key mappings for the behavior action. Like if I'm in sporty, I can jump, which I don't recommend you guys to do if you feel dizzy in first person, because yeah, the jumping animation can make people really dizzy. Well, I'm gonna use that opportunity to get the key and visit the cellar. I see the magic ball here. It's well, in the original game, it's a flat object. It's a flat image, so we didn't replace it by a 3D model yet. You just found your magic ball.
Actually, Isaac wants you guys to go to the desert island.
What? Sorry, didn't.
Ask him to go to the desert island.
Okay. Okay, I'll go to the desert island. Let's just looking at that animated radio here. It's
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I like doing that. Okay, let's go to desert island. In first person or third person?
Maybe both.
Where do you want to go in a desert island? Okay, my daughter wants to go to the racetrack, so I'm going there. Alright, but okay, I'm kind of stuck here. Let's see if I can, yeah. Alright, I'm on the racetrack. If you guys want to see any specific part of Desert Island, just tell me. Okay. Well, maybe it's unnatural. Like I'm using this hand here for turning my head around. But yeah, you can play this like standing. I'm gonna do that now, but it makes you even more dizzy. Attends, descends, Margot.
Freak is already sick by seeing the image.
Yeah, I can play it like this, you know, like instead of turning my my hand here, using this hand for turning, I can just play it like this, you know. Let me. Well, My daughter is asking why is he always doing those noises. Wesh. C'est parce qu'il est énervé, Margot. Don't do this at home. Yeah, we have some glitches on the ground.
If we can go to the Temple of Bo.
All right, but you know, you don't have. Okay, by me. Oh, I don't have enough caches. Well,
get inside.
Yeah. No, that didn't work. All right. Yes. Okay, maybe I should sit down because I don't know where I am and I'm afraid of like making a mess with the cables. Give me a second. Attends, Margot, tu peux me laisser la chaise? Tu veux pas aller avec papy? All right. So here those models are the isometric models. They haven't been replaced yet, so it looks distorted, but yeah, still works somehow. Let me. I don't know what's happening here. Okay. Oh no, there's a. I think there's a bug here. Yeah, you can't really. Yeah, there's.
Yeah, I think the collisions are blocking the character to move forward.
Yeah, the collisions. There's a collisions bug here, so I'm gonna enter the temple like this. Just teleport here. All right. I mean. My daughter wants me to go to the train here, do the roller coaster thing, but yeah, you know, it's the trains are not working yet, and well, that part of the game hasn't been implemented yet, and you see the tracks look weird.
Well, yeah, but it's really fun actually to watch it in that perspective.
Yeah, if you do it in a third person, it looks more acceptable somehow, even if it's broken. But yeah. Well, I can. I'll check if I can go to the roller coaster on foot. Le train marche pas. Nah, I can't enter.
Yeah, I noticed the other day that sprite on the doors are completely wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to work some more on the sprites. Is there any other place you guys want to see?
It's funny that even the glow that the guys used back in the day for the sprites to fake the lighting still looks pretty good nowadays.
Yeah. Any other place you want to see?
Moskibi Village.
The sauna?
The what? The sauna? Oh, okay, I'll go to the sauna first and then to the Moskibi.
Yeah, and then also Ultringo.
Okay.
I think they're ready, but I think someone just joined.
Well, yeah, we have the sound right now. It's like it's not 3D sound, so you hear everything that happens in the whole island with the same volume. so you could hear. Well, I don't know if you can hear anything, but there was the guy. There was the guy from downtown saying cheater, and yeah, we're at the other side of the island. So.
Yeah, the sound needs quite.
It's gonna be more immersive when we have 3D sound.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm switching to first person back.
Hey!
I'm gonna get kicked for this. Oh.
I'm reporting you.
It doesn't look like it. The guy is not here. Well, we're not supposed. It's like the game state right now is like you're starting a new game. So I'm not sure. We're not supposed to be here when we start a new game. So I guess that affects the way the scripts work.
It's making the flags. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait a second. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Non, ça marche pas les échelles. She's asking if the ladders are working yet, but the ladders are not working just yet. Okay, so which did you want to see next? I forgot.
Tringle.
Tringle. All right. First person or third person?
Well, people were saying that first person is more immersive.
Okay, I'm gonna stay in first person. Here we are. Oh yeah, one new thing we made with this version is the well, I worked on the weather effects like the rain and stuff, and well, the clouds are new too. Yeah, it's like there's the seconds where you arrive on a triangle the first time playing. So yeah, I was saying I remade the clouds, and well, you probably can't see this with the streaming quality being low, but the clouds are like animated now and they're moving, and it gives a better atmosphere than what it was before. And the gas looks like gas now, kind of. Well, there's some artifacts that I need to work on, but yeah, okay. Well, I can walk on water still. You're still not dying, so you can walk on water and clouds. So I'm cheating, but yeah. Maybe soon I'll fix that. I'll make sure we die if you walk in the clouds. De quoi? Là, par terre, là? Ça? Ça, c'est c'est du gaz. Ouais, du gaz.
Comment tu peux marcher? Et là, sur ça, on peut y aller?
Non.
I'd like to get to Island CX. Can you take me there? Maybe yes. Jeez, I don't have enough Sleetos.
I don't have enough Sleetos. Oh well. I don't know where I can get Sleetos here. I forgot. I haven't played that part for a long time.
Casino.
In the casino, yeah, I'm not sure the casino works, so I'm gonna try.
No, I think it doesn't work.
Nah, it probably. No, well, yeah, the casino. Not here. Si, je vais aller à un autre endroit. Je vais aller au casino. C'est là-haut. C'est ici. Casino. I think it doesn't work, but I can try. Now there's a collision bug here. Oh, maybe it's just a matter of... I know, there's a price, right? Hey. Well, let's get some Slitos. I think that's one.
BJ is asking if Margot plays LBA.
Well, she played it a few times, yes. Well, maybe a bit more than a few times, but well, I'm trying to limit her screen time because she's like only 6 years old, and I don't want her to spend her days in front of a screen. But yeah, well, she has to know about LBA, so.
She have tried the VR already.
The what?
The VR.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
You have tried the VR as well.
Oh, well, she tried it once, yeah.
Yeah, probably. She's too young for that.
Yeah, she's not. You're not supposed to like play in VR before 13 years old or something. I
Oh,
guess like it would. I don't know what would it could do to her eyes or um. I don't know, maybe her psychology, because well, she doesn't understand the difference between reality and fiction too well or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, just I let her try a couple of times, but I prefer not to do that too much. Anyway, she prefers to play the original because this one is broken. So oh, sorry. Uh, just wait a second. Margot, tu veux pas aller jouer avec papy un petit peu, s'il te plaît? C'est lequel?
Celui qui était sur un rocher.
Celui là-bas, là? C'était pour aller à l'astroport. C'est l'endroit où il y a les vaisseaux spatiaux.
Tu viens? On va y aller. On peut y aller.
Ok. On va là-bas. Mais après, tu vas voir papy, d'accord? Je vais là-bas et après, tu vas voir papy. Alright. Let's go to the spaceport. Margot wants to go to the spaceport. I told her that if we go to the spaceport, um, she will leave me alone after it. That's blackmailing, but yeah, well.
I think at this stage she knows more than LBA than me.
Do you think? Oh,
Yeah.
no, there's a
Yeah,
crash
you
here.
have a crash there. Yeah,
Yeah.
because of the model.
Okay.
Freak wants to hug Tabata.
Freak wants to what?
Hug Tabata.
Okay. But yeah, I'm not sure I can get to Tabata. No, I guess not. Right.
I think we can close the celebration island with the statue out.
Yeah, well, I can't do this without changing the code. And we don't have the save game system up yet, but I think I'm gonna work on that soon, making the save game system work. All right. Do you guys want to see something else?
So actually, Johnny is saying that the game is laggy.
Is it?
Yeah, it's actually, No, it's not. It's not being laggy. It's when you turn, you do those turns quickly.
Oh yeah, this.
It jumps the camera.
Yeah, because if you make it like smooth transition, that it makes people sick. So it's better to most games in VR like use this system for turning. But yeah.
Yeah, but the VR game is not laggy.
Well, they don't have the bottom part model and the physics doesn't work properly, so I'm gonna jump directly here.
I forgot that.
Well, I'm stuck. No. Oh well. Someone wanted to see the Moskibi Island, right?
Yeah.
Well, I need to change the lava to make it look more like lava, because right now it's basically water with a different texture. I need to improve the water too, but yeah, I can only do so many things at once. Where is it? Hello? Okay, there's a bug here. I never seen that before. Get. I don't know how it's gonna. Yeah.
The last one. Yeah.
Well. Yeah, I still have my hands here. I need to fix that. Yeah, and I can't move around. All right. I can't turn like I usually do. I don't know if you're hearing the dialogues or not.
Yeah, we are. Hello.
Hmm. Well, I don't have the proper object in the inventory to go further here, so there's not much I can do at this point. Well, yeah, and the inventory doesn't work yet, but it shouldn't be too much work to make it work, so maybe that's something that will work soon.
Someone wants to go to the dome.
The dome, okay. Oh, I need to be precise here. That's okay.
Yeah, that's difficult.
Hello there. Hello. Oh, I fell right from the start. Oh, what happened? Okay, I'm gonna teleport again because let's. Alright, I need to be precise. Well, this is all distorted, you know, because we haven't made 3D models for those parts yet, and the code that is hiding the PCs that are far from you is not implemented yet. I think it's gonna feel really cool when it works. It feels pretty high from here. You probably can't feel this from the streaming, but I kind of have vertigo issues, and it's like doing something in here.
I am definitely getting too old for these acrobatics. Twitson, your performance was exemplary. Here's your reward. Slate. It allows you to memorize images that you see, such as maps. You now own a magic slate.
Yay!
Keep a copy of all kinds of images.
Wow, I have the magic slate. Too bad I can't use it. Well, I can't climb ladders, so I'm stuck. I need to teleport somewhere else. Any other place you want to see, guys? Last one, and then I'll take a break from this because it's been a while and it's starting to give me a little headache here.
You definitely handle it way more than I could.
What place haven't we seen yet?
You didn't visit the Undergas?
Well, I went to Muskegon Island.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
they want to
Right.
see inside the Frankfurt statue.
Not
Inside what?
The Frankfurt statue. But I think you cannot go there, right? It's probably locked.
Oh,
No.
yeah, no. No, well, I could do it by changing the code, but I'm not gonna do that live, so I don't know how long it would take. Just the only version of this island you can see is the one without statue.
You probably can go to the ferryman.
The ferryman? Yeah, I can try. Not sure if it will work. No, I don't have the song, so... And I don't have a roof, so I'll get wet. And this lamppost looks weird. Well, guess I'll go to Franco Island. Oh no, there's the annoying song from the wall. Well, this type of place looks really distorted because it's supposed to be all round shapes. Like the isometric stuff, it works well when it's well, it works better when it's squarish type of shapes. But like this, yeah, it looks very distorted. This one looks pretty impressive in VR. I wouldn't want him to bite me. Oh, shit. Nah. Can't do this. Hey. Oh, shit. Okay, last try and I'm giving up if I can't do it. Last one. No. Okay, I'm giving up. I think I'm better at coding than playing. Oh. Ooh, where am I? Oh shit. Okay, there's a few more issues with the physics. Well, I guess I'm gonna stop here with DR. Maybe I can make another session later, but right now I'm feeling a bit like the headset. The Oculus Quest is pretty heavy on the head, so I can't play it for too long at a time. Let's quit. So if you want to try this and you have an Oculus Quest, it's just go to the browser and type this URL and you're good to go. Okay. You guys still here?
Yeah, I
Yep.
had an issue with mine. Oh no, it's fine. Okay. It's very strange. Sometimes I'm not sure if I'm actually hosting you or not.
Yeah, you're hosting him.
Okay, great.
Okay, looks like I spent quite a bit of time on this.
No, it's good. It's good because I think it was one of the coolest things that we never managed to showcase and at least to stream. But it was pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I guess there's like half an hour left or something. Maybe I can show them the scripting stuff.
Yeah, that will be great. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Awesome stuff.
Let's go to the editor. Oh, wait. Let's. Are you gonna see my display here? All right. Let me refresh this. I'm gonna show you a part of the game that well, a part of the editor that is used to change the game scripting. Well, you have a scripting system in the game that controls all the characters and stuff. And that's basically how the gameplay of the game is implemented. So, yeah, for example, here we have a scene with Zoe. And well, that's the scene, and you have the actors in the scene. So there's twins, and there's a makeup penguin in every scene, but it's hidden by default. There's the door. The cellar door is, you know, I can hide and show the objects here. There's the cellar door here. Well, I can also like, oh, why is there a fog here? Is that a new thing? Oh yeah. Ah, I didn't see that part. That's Alex did that recently, but I never got to try it. So you can see the actors in the scene here. I don't know if you can see my screen clearly and if it's smooth or not.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay. So yeah, you can see the actors in every scene. So maybe I'm gonna try to go to another scene to show you what you can see. Lupin. Okay. So you have basically, you have actors, you have zones here. This is gonna make my computer very slow, I think. And you have points. I'm showing everything. So maybe it looks a bit confusing, but yeah, Stranger here is an actor, and you have some zones here that have different roles. For example, the pink ones here are bonus zones, which means when I go to that zone and I press a button, I get a bonus. You have camera zones, like here. If you get to that zone, that will make the, it doesn't work in the remake, but in the original game, when you get to that zone, the camera changes to a specific place. It puts the camera in a specific place. And you have text zones, those yellow ones here. If I go here and I enter that zone and press action, well, it says some dialogue parts. And that green part here is a transition zone for moving to another scene, because the, well, the islands are split between different scenes. So here the scene is like the Lupinburg scene. And you have some flags. Those blue flags here are points, what we call points, and they are used in the scripting system for making actors move from one place to another. Let me go back to Twinson's house. Okay, I'm gonna hide all this. Maybe I'll just keep the points here. So this is Twinson's on the right here. This is Twinson's script. That means this is the code that, well, in the original game, this was the text version of this, which looked something like this. Well, it looks a bit more different here in my editor. I changed the way it works a bit. But this is the scripts you have in the original game that control Twinson's behavior. And well, in this new version we released today, there's new stuff I made, which is a visual scripting system with blocks. So you can basically control the game scripting with this, and you can change it. So I'm gonna clear the script here and compile that. So the script is erased, and I'm gonna create a new one, a new script. So I have some behaviors. I'm gonna put a start behavior here. Well, basically a behavior is something that runs at every frame. So, all right, let's do that. So start behavior here is what is gonna happen when the scene loads, or the first time you enter the scene. So let me compile this script. That went pretty fast, but I can pause it and compile and play it step by step. So this is the first frame. You start with the start behavior, which says set behavior to behavior 1. So that means on the first frame it will do that, and it will go to behavior 1. Now let's do something here. I'm gonna make Twinson do something. First thing I'm gonna do is change his control mode to, well, I don't remember where I put this. Okay, set movement mode to, I don't remember which one I should put. Oh, yeah, no move, I think it is. So that means when that happens, I'm not controlling Twinson anymore. It's controlled only by the scripting. And manual here would mean that the player is controlling Twinson. But you could like control the game to make you change the game to make you be able to control any of the characters in it. But I only have Twinson here, so I'm gonna go with Twinson. And and I'm gonna create a track. A track is something that controls the movement of the actors. So I'm gonna make Twinsen move and do some other stuff. So I have some actions which I can put on tracks. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'll change his body. Well, his body is like the skin of the 3D model, so I'm gonna make him a blue-haired Twinsen. I don't think this is actually used anywhere in the game, but that's in the data file. So that, and I need to set the track to 0 here. All right, let's put this here. So by default, no track is running, but if I do this, it will set the track to 0 and then move to this behavior. And track 0 will run, so it will set the Twinsen's body to the blue one. So let me compile that. So he has a tunic and a blue hair. And now I can change this, and well, right now I can't control if I'm here. I'm trying to move with my fingers, but I can't because I'm in no move mode. What can I do? Let's make him play an animation like crawl. Let's put the crawl animation. He's crawling now, but I need to make him move too. So I'm gonna change the track and say to him go to 0.0, and then I'm gonna copy that and make him go to 0.1, and then go to 0.2. But maybe I'll change his animation when going to 0.2. Maybe I want him to move forward. All right, let's try this. He's crawling to 0.0, then crawling to 0.1, and then running to 0.2. And then nothing happens, so I should put him back to idle animation when I arrive at 0.2. All right, let's try this again. Well, he's going to 0.0, but this time he's going there from the place where he was. So here goes. Well, in the behavior actions, maybe I'm gonna make him start from 0.3 at the beginning. Or maybe that's in the tracks. Set position too. Okay, I'm gonna start at 0.3. I reset to 0.3 every time. Let's do this. Scrolling all the way to 0.0. And then going to 0.1 and going to 0.2. And I'm in behavior 1 here. And what can I do? I'm gonna make a condition here. If let's condition current track is equal to, I'm gonna add another track here. Let's put a track 1 here. If track is equal to 1. So what's gonna happen is here I'm when I reach track 1, this thing here will start executing. So what can I do when I go to track 1? Well, I can give back the control to the player when I reach track 1. Manual. And let's try that. Maybe I should make it easier. All right, let's. Okay, I'm gonna change the script. I'm gonna make him run all the way because crawling is too slow. Anyway, the script finished executing and now I'm controlling Twinsen again. And I can add some condition, another condition here, if on change. Well, if on-chain means this will only happen when something changes. Instead of like this if here, it means this is running at every frame of the game. So if I'm at track 1 at every frame, this will happen at every frame. But here it will happen only once when the condition changes. This is a bit technical stuff, but yeah. Well, if action equals 1, it means if I press the action button, basically, what do we want to do if I press action button? I don't want to kill Twinson because that would prevent us from doing anything else. I'm gonna change his body. If I press action, well, I'm gonna make him a wizard if I press action. Then what else can I do? Well, I have a lot of options here. I could go to another behavior. Let's make a new behavior. Here, behavior 2. And so if I press action, now I will become a wizard and I will turn to behavior 2. And now in behavior 2, if I press action, I'm gonna change to another scene. Let's say, oh no, what was that? Actions for change scene 2. Okay, where do I want to go? Let's go to the upper city in Zelish. Let's try this. Okay, it's running back to point 2, and now I have control. If I press action, oh, yeah, I made a mistake. The two things are happening in a row, so that was not what I expected. Anyway, I'm in the upper city on Delish. Well, my script is lost. So basically, I was showing you how to edit the scripts, but let's go back to the original. Okay, give me a second. Let's teleport back to the Twinson's house. And here you can see that this is the original game script. This is what it does in the game before I change it. So it's doing quite a lot of stuff here, like displaying a message. If what happens here is checking for every zones in the scene, and if the zone is the table and I'm at a specific orientation, like this orientation here instead of that orientation, then I display a message with Zoe's avatar. So I'm gonna change the message. I'm gonna say Book of Boo. Right, let's compile that. And it says the message with Zoe's color, but it's not gonna be Zoe's voice because that would require a new audio recording, but yeah. So that's basically what you can do with this script editor here. This is quite technical, but yeah, I think this is gonna be valuable for modding in the future.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, a few years ago, there were a lot of people actually doing a lot of mods for the game. I think they would love to have that a few years ago. But that with having the blocky, I think it helps way. It's easier not only to understand the original script, but also to get something up and running pretty fast. So it's
Yeah,
really good.
we can even improve it and make it more like more intuitive for people like me who know nothing about programming, for example?
Yeah, we can make it to like more high level, like more simpler commands, because this is like still quite technical, but I think we can make this easier to use.
Yeah, I think, for example, if we have like snippets of a few things that you can do, like common actions and common things that you expect on LBA to do, probably that also helps people get the scripts done faster.
Does anybody have questions regarding this?
So they're going to be able to make mods using that puzzle system.
Well, yes, that's the goal. But at the current state of things, you can't save the scripts. So that means what I'm doing here, if I clear a script and what I did earlier, like putting those blocks here, if I refresh the page or change to another scene, I lose what I did. So I'm gonna need to add some saving capability in order to support modding. And also at this point, you can't edit the content of the scenes yet. You can change Twinson's house, although I could do that soon, I suppose. We do have isogrid editor, which is meant for editing this. But yeah, it's not an editor yet. It's just a viewer at this point. But yeah, at some point it will become a real editor. And
Yeah, a lot of those capabilities already exist. For example, on other tools like the LBA Architect. Of course, it's not well. It won't be complete in terms of the scripting. But yeah.
But anyway, the point, the goal here is to like have every one of the tools integrated in a single editor.
Yeah.
So it's work in progress, but the goal is to make it possible to mod the entire game, like mod everything, like the characters, the scripts, and everything. I don't know if you guys have questions regarding this or.
No, don't think so.
All right. So I guess I'm pretty much done with this. I don't know. Maybe I could like make a quick script. You want me to make Twinson or someone else do anything in the game? Just tell me about it, and I can do that. Any ideas? What would you like to see happen in the game?
Scripting twins and the cow bonus.
What? Sorry.
Scripting cow bonus.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. I don't know if the cow has a working animation. Let me check in the model editor. Um, cow. Oh, what's her name? Rosa.
Rose.
Rose.
Yeah, I think.
She only has a talk
Rosemary. Yeah.
animation and a damage animation, so I can't do much with
Cool.
her. I yeah, now I need an animation, a moving animation, if I want to make her move. But I can just make her jump like that all the time. Oh, I'll do that. Flower circle. Yeah, I think she's in the flower circle zone. Where is she? Here she goes. Okay, so I'm gonna just change the script here. I'm gonna make a new track. Let's say 500. Oh no, I can go all the way to 500. Let's call it 200. I'll go to track 200 at the beginning, and track will set her animation to damage. Let's try that. But she's still talking like usual. Well, if I talk, it stops the damage animation and puts her regular animation back. Maybe I can try to make her move, but I'm not sure it will work if I don't have an animation. Go to point. Let's display the points. Okay, I'm gonna make her go to point 3. Well, she's rotating towards point 3, but it has to have an animation that makes a movement to be able to make her move. Let's see if I have other actors here. But I have Joe. But yeah, he killed himself at the beginning of the scene because it's not the right time for making Joe appear here. Is Joe appearing here at any point?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit at a later stage, I believe, in the circle, right? In
Oh
the
yes,
Sendellx.
yeah.
When you crash the spaceship.
Oh right, yeah. What else can I move? The kid. Well, there's society. Maybe I'm removing that and doing that instead. Let's compile it and check if the kid is here. What's okay? There's something wrong with it. I don't know. Something didn't work correctly here. Let me refresh the page and where was it? Okay, the game state changed, so for some reason, no, that's the fog. The fog is disabled for some reason. Okay. All right. It says that if you're not in chapter 2, the kid should die. Die meaning that he disappears at the beginning. Yeah, but it won't work. Well, there's a bug here because once an actor has disappeared, I can't make him reappear later on. And since he disappeared the first time I loaded the scene, I can't make him reappear now, so that won't work. Any other idea of what I could change? Well, there's some stuff in the scripting system for making one actor follow another, so I could make the snake follow Twinson, but that part of the scripting system is not coded on our side yet. It's not working in the remake yet. Just like the trains don't work yet and other stuff don't work yet. But yeah, if it was working, I could make the snake follow Twinson or stuff like that. Well, you can imagine all sorts of stuff. You can trigger the end of game, trigger a game over session, game over screen. But this is not working in the remake yet. But you can. That's the type of thing you can do. You can change the magic level of Twinson. You can change his behavior. Like I'm in sporty right now. Well, I could use a script to turn me to aggressive. Like, it's not working for some reason, but I think I broke something earlier. That's the type of thing you can do. Well, this is very new. I made this like a month ago, and it still needs a lot of polishing, but yeah, the system is here, so it will keep improving from now on, and I think it's gonna be valuable for modding. I have a variables panel here which can show the inventory, for example. So basically my inventory right now is empty. If there's a 1 here, it means I have the object. And those are values to control the game state, like just one that represents the current chapter and all sorts of stuff, like is the Dinofly cured yet, or did you talk to the Dinofly once or not, or what is Zoe doing and stuff like that. Well, you can see those in here too. If anybody has some idea of what else I could do or what I could change, just shoot. Or maybe I just could keep playing normally for the rest of the time. How much time do we have left? Like 5 minutes or something?
Yeah, there's 4. I think Igualin is getting ready, I believe.
Yeah. So
we probably can show the island editor. We can also
oh yeah, right,
the metadata piece, and probably ask the guys to they can also help on creating that. I know that Sarah did quite a lot of work on all the metadata.
yeah, the metadata is like for the model editor, for example. Well, you can do you know, Sarah, where I can find some animations that are not named yet?
Yeah, if you go to
yeah, here for example, you see in the original games those things, well, in the data files of the game, you only have numbers for everything. and you don't have names for the animations, so I added a system so you can rename things. Like for example, here you can right click on this anim 142, and you see that it's a slap animation, so I can rename it to slap. And well, I have to enter my contributor information and send that info, because
but you also have to make sure that it refers to slapping to other models.
yeah,
so
yeah,
we'll have a coherent name.
yeah. I can find all references. I can see that animation being played for every model here. So it's more like attack than slap, I suppose. And it's kind of like attack and moving forward at the same time. It's like not like static attack or something like. So to do that, you just press right click on the animation and you find all references here, and it finds all the places where that specific animation is used in every models of the game. Like move forward, like every model has a move forward, and you have different models for the different behavior. So for instance, athletic move forward is different from moving forward with a horn, or a bat moving forward, or the neighbor moving forward. And the body is the skin of the actor, so here is with the gallic acid, and here's the default without it. And I have some unnamed animations here. I wonder what is searching for something. Let's find a tourist app. Maybe more like looking up, or and so I was gonna show the island editor, which is more like an island viewer, but the goal of this is to be able to like change the islands. I can display the island in wireframe here. So you can see where all those triangles making up the scene are. And actually the scene is made, the islands are made from there's a ground level. Let me switch back to, okay, this, oh no, I don't have this in the island editor yet, but in the gameplay editor, I could teleport. Oh, it's time to stop streaming, I think, and just stream this quickly, and then I'll stop. I have this 3D scene graph thing here, which shows the different part of the 3D scene. And here's the scenery. I can turn off the scenery and keep only the actors. Hide it. I hide it, the scenery, and I can hide the different parts of the sceneries. Like I can hide the colored objects, the textured objects with transparency. So I'm only keeping the ground here. And I can remove the colored part of the ground. And I can remove, well, those things are not named, but I suppose that's the sea, and those are the clouds probably. All right, I think I'm gonna stop here. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and well, you can shoot us messages if you have more questions, or if you want to contribute to this, or I don't know. Well,
Brasilia is asking if we have plans for editing terrain in the island editor, or if it's that imported.
What? Sorry?
If we will be able to edit the terrain in the island editor, or if it will be imported.
Oh, well, I think we'll add the ability to edit the terrain, because the goal is to make the editor easy to use for people who don't know 3D modeling or programming. We want to try to make it as easy as possible to use for anybody. And we want to enable people to create new LBA-like games. That's kind of our philosophy here.
Yeah, for example, with the layouts previously, when I said something about importing models, it's only about having some specific models you want to put in your game or your mod, but we will provide libraries with several variants of different layouts, and that way modding will be quite easy, I think.
Yeah, and people will be able to do their own models as well. That is good.
Yeah.
At least I hope with this, I know that the community has quite a lot of 3D modelers or people that like the 3D. So hopefully they can just try to play around with it, with the project a little bit, and even help. That would be great.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks both Sarah and Adrian for sharing all this really amazing stuff. So I hope the guys have enjoyed as well. I think Eagle is already ready. So guys, don't forget to join the next session with Eagle. Don't know if you guys want to say anything else before you wrap up.
No, I guess I covered everything.
Yeah. Same here.
Okay then, guys,
Well,
enjoy
Well,
your
thank
week.
you very much.
See you. Enjoy the rest
very
of
much.
the anniversary event. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.